you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Nisi here, and I'm back with a new video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the singer Kelly Price. Now, I know you must be thinking, what year is this? Like Kelly Price? Yes, the Kelly Price. You know, she was a friend of mine. Whoa! Who left with my man? Let me stop. But yeah, the Kelly Price. So she was performing recently, and her outfit wasn't giving. I don't think her vocals was giving. So black people were always gonna judge you in it. But she clapped back. People were talking about her outfit, talking about her shoes, her belly's hanging over the Gucci belt. Like people were doing too much, but again, the internet's gonna internet in it. Like there's nothing you can do. But she clapped back and she gathered up black women and she was like, you are, some of you are the most, I mean, just horrible, just always bringing down other black people. So with most of what she said, I agree. But when she was talking about, I'm still going to be touring while you have got no job. And if you don't know, there's been a massive layoff in America. A lot of black women have been laid off their jobs. They've gone into work to clock in and they've just been told that, you know what I mean? Like we have to let you go. So, that shade, like, that wasn't quite nice because, people are going through it. But I'm going to roll the clip and I will be back with my comments.
Here we go. I'm letting you have it right now because ain't nothing you can do about that. And while you looking for a new job, I'm still going to be selling out theaters and venues looking like a fat slob in clothes that you said that I look nasty in. And my feet are so damn big and who dressed me. I'm still going to be making my money. I don't even do this, but I'm so sick of black people and their bull. I'm saying what I want to say. If you got a problem with what I'm saying and Lord, pray for me because I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Okay? I'm not there yet. Black women, you are some of the most nasty, disrespectful people on God's planet Earth. The things that you say about other black women, but you're an activist and you are educated and you are this and you are that and you are the other.
Ooh, yeah, guys, so you just heard that. And literally, for the most part, she told no lies. Like I say all the time on this channel, like literally, it'll be your own people, your own community. We're like crabs in a barrel. Like, soon as someone's climbing above and, getting far in life, there's a group of black people that just want to bring you back down. So, yeah, she told no lies. But to go off the outfit and her weight, people saying your belly's hanging over the Gucci belt. Like, now, the outfit was bad. And then she slapped on. I hate when people dress like bad, but then they think they slap on a designer belt and everything's just meant to be, golden, and it's just like, but everything, the wig, the outfit, I don't know who put that outfit together. I don't know if it was a last minute, you know what I mean, but it wasn't giving. But for people to go in, if you know anything about Kelly Price, she's always had a problem with her weight. So from when she first came on the scene, we didn't see her. So she did More Money, More Problems with Notorious B.I.G. and Puffy. And in that, she wasn't in the video. I think we seen her face. I can't remember too well. But you know what I mean? Like she wasn't in the video. So she would feature with people, but she'd never be in like the music video. Doing research for this video, I found out that she was a backup singer for Mariah Carey. I never knew that. But she can hold her own, you know what I mean? Like she got them pipes. One of my favorite songs that she did was A Friend of Mine remix with R. Kelly, but you know what I mean, that was one of my favorites. But no, she can hold her own. One of my favorites is also the song that she did with Whitney Houston and Faith Evans, Hotel something, can't remember right now. But yeah. So you know what I mean? Like she's around the powerful, like she can hold her own. But again, I'll put a picture. When she first came into the music industry, she was a very heavy, you know what I mean, very heavy set woman. Over time, she's lost weight, gained weight, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, you can just tell she's just over it, you know what I mean? She's tired. She's getting it off her chest. But again, as usual, the TikTok streets are divided. Some people agree with her. Some people like, nah, you did too much by saying, people ain't got no jobs, but you're still going to be touring, da 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 da. So yeah, let's get into some people's reactions.
Y'all, so last night I made a video about Kelly Price, and the numbers was running up, right? And folks was in there like, dang, you gave her a real read. And then miraculously my video gets taken down for a violation, saying that I was bullying and harassing. So Kelly girl, if you out there and you reported my video, you tried it. And I'm back because I'm going to say what I need to say. Kelly Price, the fact that you got on this internet and decided to attack black women, talking about how we don't have no jobs, we losing jobs, which I'm guessing is an attack on the 310,000 black women that have lost their jobs since the Trump administration came into play. You were completely out of pocket, you were anti-black, and you clearly don't like black women. The reality is, Miss Kelly, you got your feelings hurt because people were talking about your outfit because you decided to wear capri pants and high top sneakers on stage with a tucked in belt with, excess materials hanging over the belt. That was your choice, sweets. And I understand that you're an entertainer, and I understand that people can be nasty in the comments. And maybe people shouldn't be in comments being nasty about your outfits. But at the end of the day, too, you've been in the business long enough to know that people on the internet are going to talk about you. You can ignore it, or you can get on here and make derogatory comments like you did. However, when you make those derogatory comments, be prepared for the backlash, sis, because you are only making money, as you say, how you talk about we're broke or we're losing jobs. Well, the only reason you're making money is because of black women. Because let's be for real, you're an artist from the 90s and 2000s. And when you say you're selling out tours, or you're selling out theaters, where, ma'am? In some small little podunk towns? That doesn't really count. You're not Beyonce. Please stop it. And the reality is, what you're selling out is you're on tours with women from the 90s and 2000s as well. You're not headline. You're not solo doing this, sis. You're on the tour with other women. But if you want to talk about black women and you want to be nasty to black women, because those are the ones that are keeping you on these tours that you claim you're selling out, we don't have to come see you. It's just that simple. Not like you've introduced any new music recently. There's nothing you have going on that makes anybody want to run to see you. I mean, we can just listen to your CDs if it's that serious. Okay, sis? So maybe you need to check yourself. And it's funny because the way that you act on the internet is the same way you acted on R&B Divas. It's no wonder your stock went down when you went on that show, because people saw you for your works and they saw you for who you really were. You're not a good person. And you clearly are giving Trump supporter. You're giving that we were DEI hires. We were DEI hires, according to you. Another black woman. Because you're in your feelings, because you've been picked on. When you know, as an entertainer, that's par for the course. That's part of your check, Miss Mamas. So if you want to talk about how rich you are, part of that richness in that check is because people talk about you, good or bad. That's the entertainment industry. Okay? But you won't have to worry about that much longer, because as many videos I've seen talking about you, you probably won't have black women coming to your shows anymore. So you don't have to worry about that. Maybe what you can focus on is telling your kids where you were when you disappeared, when you were sick, and they were all here calling TMZ because they were scared, thinking that you were on your deathbed, but you were really laid up with that man. And you didn't think that you need to tell your children where you were. Maybe you can focus on that and stop focusing on black women and what we're doing and what our jobs are, since we're just DEI hires. Have the day and the career that you deserve.
Child. She had time today, especially like she said, her previous video got taken down. She's like, okay, bet, I got you. She's like, listen, this is my platform. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. And I agree for the most part, like coming for women that have lost, black women that have lost their jobs, like there's nothing funny about that. Listen, you could be laughing at them, and next thing you know, you've lost your job, you know what I mean? You could lose your voice or something could happen to you. So, you know what I mean? Like stay humble, like, and again, like she said, you're an artist from the 90s, 2000s. You've not released any new music. Majority of your supporters are black women. Like, no shade, even here in the UK. None of my white friends are like, oh, put on some Kelly Price. Like, it's black people who be, you know what I mean? Again, we don't even listen to you like that. But like she said, if we did, we'll just fling on a CD. Like, it's like not every artist you have to see in person or go to their concert. So for her to be like, yeah, I'm still selling out shows, da 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 da. You're not headlining, like you're not Beyonce. Like Beyonce's out here putting out new music, new fashions, for the cowboy Carter. People were, coming in there cowboy outfits. People were getting it, professionally made. Like, you're not, you know what I mean? You're not on that level. And I love with Beyonce, yeah, people talk about Beyonce all the time, her outfit, whatever, her kids. She never claps back. She just gets revenge and just makes more money, you know what I mean? Puts out new projects. So I agree with her. She didn't have to go off. Everyone gets trolled, like even me. I'm not as big as Kelly Price, and even I get trolled. But it's how it's how you react. Because soon as you react like she's reacting, she's coming for black women, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? You kind of like show your true colors. It's like, oh, so this is what you really think of us, you know what I mean? So she's dead ass wrong for talking about, yous are gonna still be without a job, da 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 da. Like, there's nothing funny about that. Like, people were struggling before the Trump administration came in and did all these changes, but people are really struggling, you know what I mean? You've got the tariffs, people losing their jobs, cost of living, you know what I mean, the prices of groceries, like, but yeah, it's just like, here we go again. And I love that she touched on R&B divas. I never watched it, but doing research for this video, a lot of people are like, you were literally a bully on that show. So R&B divas, it had like singers from like the 90s, 2000s. So they had Little Mo on there, and I can't remember the other girls. No, no, no offense, but yeah, she was just really, really rude to a lot of the girls and just throwing bare shade. She even threw shade at Mariah Carey on there as well. And it's just like, humble beginnings, you know what I mean? We've all got to start from somewhere. So obviously Kelly Price, she was Mariah Carey's backup singer until, you know what I mean, she came out on her own. Money Long, she used to songwrite. Kerry Hilson, she used to songwrite for people. Tank, he used to be a backup singer for Aaliyah, rest in peace. You know what I mean? So we've all got to start somewhere. For me, one of the biggest is Kim Kardashian. So Kim Kardashian used to be Paris Hilton's personal assistant. And we all know Kim Kardashian now, like, she's huge. Paris Hilton's always gonna be Paris Hilton. Like, they got that long money, just the Hiltons. But Paris Hilton's more, in the background now, while Kim's, you know what I mean, constantly like trending. But yeah, we've all got to start somewhere, you know what I mean? So never forget where you start from. But yeah, like, she read her for filth. And I know a lot of these clapbacks of people and opinions, like, people are gonna go in on her. So yeah.
Baby, Kelly Price said that black women are some of the most hateful and disrespectful women toward other black women. Worried about what she put on. Talking about how big her feet is, and she says she's still checking her bag while y'all sitting back talking about her.
I saw you just seen in that clip, that woman agreed. She was like, Kelly Price told no lies. Again, I agree to an extent. I agree when Kelly Price said these same black women will say, I'm educated, you know what I mean? I'm a professor, I'm an activist. And it's just like, even the ones that go to church, it's just like, how can you do this? But then in the same breath, be bringing down another black woman and coming for her appearance. And you know what I mean? You can't be an activist and protesting in one breath saying, oh, I love the black people, Black Lives Matter, but then in the next breath, you know what I mean? You're tearing down a black woman. It's like, huh? Again, this is why I feel like with the black community, we'll literally be our own worst enemies. It's just like, you do one thing and then you do another. It's just like, it's weird. So I definitely agree with that bit. But then she's dead ass wrong for coming for women that have lost their jobs. So, you know what I mean? Especially when the women that have lost their jobs didn't say nothing about our parents, didn't come for us. This is what I mean. You can't group a group of black women into one.
I'm not offended one bit by what Kelly Price said, because I'm not the type of person to participate in online bullying. A lot of y'all who want her to just be specific, she shouldn't have said all black women. Y'all the ones. Y'all. You don't get to abuse someone and then dictate how they respond. Y'all know how y'all are. And a big black woman is supposed to take it. Someone who has a level of authority, if you will, or influence is supposed to be the better person. No. You don't get to be the mean girl and then want somebody to treat you like a little girl. No. I promise you it just wasn't one or two. I promise you it just wasn't one or two. Sisters, a lot of us have an arrogant and nasty spirit. We know no one else would put up with it. But with one another, we expect each other to be forgiving. Y'all don't respect grace. Y'all respect abuse. You do.
I agree with her. You know what I mean? She wasn't talking to me. If I seen that performance, I would have been like, you know, when you see them perform on like BET and stuff, you're like, oh, not that outfit. You did it there. I'm not gonna jump online and go to her Instagram and be like, oh, your belly's hanging. Like, no, miss me with all that. So I agree. You can't bully and harass someone, and then when they clap back or they come for you, then you're like you're all hurt. Could she be more pacific and not say all black women? Of course, but you know when you're just fed up. She's obviously fed up. She's been dealing with this. You know, her weight has constantly for her whole life, her whole career has been a problem. And you know, she's older now, so for people to still come for her, she's tired. Like, you know, when you're just tired, you're over it. And again, she's from back in the day before there was social media. So now the social media, even though you've got more exposure, that means more bullying, more trolls, you know what I mean? So it's even that when you're not used to the internet, it's even that knowing how to, you know what I mean, cope. People say to Cardi B all the time, you know, stop clapping, but she loves the clap. She's like the queen of clapping back. She'll have all these positive comments, and then it's literally like she'll see them two negative ones or like a barb, and then she'll just go off, and it's just like I ain't got time for it. Like I just like in my comments recently, the St. George flag video that I did, they were dragging me up. I just let them talk their shit because that's all you can do. Like, you don't know me in real life, and I don't know you, but the whole going back and forth or crashing out and doing a video, it's just like, nah. So I do think a lot more celebrities need to, I don't know, have some sort of social media training of how to cope, like cope mechanisms, like how to cope with trolls and bullying. It happens to us all.
If we can be so honest right now, I almost fell for the game of telephone that this app loves to play when it comes to dispersing information, but then Diana Armstrong whispered in my ear.
Because I don't trust anybody's information but my own.
I saw everybody being upset with Kelly Price and talking about what Kelly Price said, and oh my God, who is she? She's a nobody. Can you even name 5 Kelly Price songs? Girl, yes, we can. Let's not do that. I went and watched the 45-minute video of what Kelly Price was responding to. And I see exactly why she got the response that she did. Would I have said that? No. I don't agree with what she said, but I definitely agree with her right to defend herself. If a bunch of people, if hundreds of people were getting in your comment section calling you everything but a child of God, how would you respond? Not how should Kelly Price respond, how would you respond? Because one thing that the internet loves to do is to piss you off and then tell you how mad to get. Furthermore, if I know that Kelly Price is a stone cold bitch, why would I go over to Kelly Price's page and fuck with Kelly Price? The other thing is Kelly Price is the perfect victim of this situation. She's plus size, she's dark skinned, she's a woman, she's black, and she has been deemed a bitch by the internet for over a decade. There's a running joke of fat ass Kelly Price that she's had to endure for over a decade. And y'all want this woman to respond back to y'all with grace. When y'all went over there fucking with her, that's what's crazy to me. And now everybody is the victim? Now everybody is tone policing, even though that is the very thing that they don't like to be done to them? Okay. Again, we're being honest. We're being honest. And to go into this woman's comment section on a random Tuesday to harass her because you didn't like what she had on, even though we know what the effects of bullying and harassment can lead to during September, the month of suicide awareness. Crazy. And again, if we're being honest, if you listen to what she said in the video, she is responding back because she clicked on these people's profiles and assessed things about them based on what they posted on their profile. She was speaking to them specifically, men and women. I'm not going to take offense to that because I wasn't in Kelly Price's comment section harassing her. And probably neither were you. But again, she's the perfect victim for a hate train. She's the perfect victim. And the very things that y'all are upset with her for saying that she is spouting out white supremacist talking points is the very reason why she is a perfect victim in this. She's black, she's a woman, she's plus size, she's dark skinned. She's the perfect victim for a hate train to be justified against her because of white supremacy. So the very thing that y'all were upset with her about is the very thing that you're employing to run a hate train on her. We're being honest.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him. And I agree. Like, shit, for me, I see it as she's tired. Like he stated, she's been a running joke for a decade plus. Back in the day when guys be talking about, how she looks, she big like Kelly Price, like, just those dead jokes. And it's just like, right. For me, growing up, I feel like in the music industry, Kelly Price and Jill Scott got it hard. Like Jill Scott, for me, she's so beautiful. But again, she's been up and down with her weight. But when she, when she first came out, people take the mick out of her. Her weight. So I agree with him. Like, she's the perfect victim to start a hate train, or because from day dot, you've always come for her appearance, and for me, she's just had enough. So she's like wilding out. Now he stated she was clicking on people's profiles that were coming through, and so she was specifically talking to them. But with that, how does she know that they were part of the whole DEI? Corporate. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I just feel like with that, that's where she went wrong. For me, that's the only line. Like, Like, you ain't got no job. Could they been on their on their Instagram or whatever profile moaning like, oh, I lost my? Of course they could, but yeah, for me it was that line. But I agree with everything else when she was talking about them being educated, activists. You know what I mean? Can you imagine clicking on someone's profile and they're an activist or a professor or teacher, and you're coming for my appearance and my performance? Like, that is wild. Because if their students was doing that, they would want to check their students. But here you are as a grown adult doing it to me. Like, why do you think it's right to do it to me just because I'm a celebrity or I'm a singer? Like, you know what I mean? Wrong is wrong. So I agree. The same thing they're spewing about her, like white supremacy, being anti-black, the way you are talking about Kelly Price, you're literally doing the same thing. So it's like, what are we doing here? But yeah, shout out to him, and I agree.
Kelly Price deserves everything that's coming her way. Because to call black women her biggest supporters for the past, 20 years, DEI hires, black women have been working since they've stepped foot on this land, all because some haters said your gut was folding over that Gucci belt. Have you really lost your mind? No, and really, to use a phrase such as DEI hires, insinuating you're for a party that doesn't even respect your own supporters, you look silly. You look stupid. And it's not even your weight. Like, for anyone who's seen Kelly Price over the years, she's lost a significant amount of weight. But even then, the outfit was terrible. Like, if you're going to get a stylist, to pay for a stylist, make sure they put some respect on your name. Because a tank top from Walmart, oversized blazer, pants that's too tight, a Gucci belt, and shoes that looks 3 times the size of your feet, you looked a hot mess. Point blank period. Like, when you put yourself in the limelight, you're going to have to expect criticism. And to put on that ferocious outfit, because people were saying, hey, that outfit was ferocious, it didn't compliment your body, it didn't compliment your persona, to call black women DEI hires, you truly lost your mind.
Call a spade a spade. I agree when it came to the outfit. Even the wig, no one's mentioning the wig. Even the wig for me, I was just looking at it like, Kelly, what is this? Again, I've seen too many people have a shit outfit and then slap on a Gucci belt and everything's meant to be good, or slap on some red bottoms and everything's meant to be good. And it's just like, no, I agree. Everything was bad. I didn't see the, no, I did see the top. I was going to say I didn't see the top. I did. It was just bad. Like, the only thing I can think is that she dressed us. So ain't no way I'm paying for a stylist and this is what the stylist is going to bring me. Again, being a stylist, you need to come with options. Like, and it's like, was this the best? Like, this is all they had? Like, especially in 2025, you can just get some nice little one pieces. But yeah, I just everything was wrong. The belt, the trainers, the hair, like, so I definitely agree with that. And like she said, how are you gonna come for black women when we're your biggest supporters? Like, you really, I know she's been in the industry for time, so she's probably thinking, I've got my loyal subscribers no matter what, my loyal fans. But listen, if they're feeling some type of way, I'm not feeling no type of way, but if they're feeling some type of way, you know what I mean? You can lose that support. Then next time you have a show, it won't be sold out. You'll be struggling. Tickets will have to go for really cheap. You know what I mean? But yeah, not yeah. You can't come for black women when they're when they're your biggest supporters. So I agree with that. And yeah, the outfit was atrocious. Like, it was horrible.
She had me right up until a point that she called black women DEI hires. I didn't hear anything after that.
I agree. I pretty much agreed with everything until she mentioned the DEI hires, and it's just like, black women losing their jobs. It's like, nah. There's one thing coming for people, but come on, like, not in the climate that we're living in. Like, there's so much going on. Like, nah. So I agree with her.
Kelly Price was not wrong what she said about black women. I mean, if you've been on the internet, like, black women can be very mean and nasty towards other black women. We can go through like a list. My main things that I always think of is that statue situation in New York. Y'all come on this app every day complaining about representation. You got a representation. She's not light skinned, doesn't have the 3 hair type, doesn't have the perfect ideal body. This is a regular person that y'all wanted, right? Y'all wanted regular representation. The first thing y'all resorted to do was fat phobia, colorism, texturism, futurism, and just like being a bully. Mind you, this statue was modeled after a real person. Even the videos y'all are making about Kelly Price, resorting to fat phobia and sometimes colorism in your comment section, it's kind of like, whoa. Yeah, but at the same time, Kelly Price, like, you're not the ideal person to be saying this, because we saw R&B divas, and you were the same person that you were talking about. Like, what? Like, I could understand if this was Beyonce, Sierra, Lupita Nyong'o, Kelly Rowland, Zendaya, you know, people who aren't really known for like nasty, mean personalities, but Kelly Price, you were really nasty and mean on that show. You have a history of being nasty and mean. I'm sorry, but I think the reason why you're experiencing that type of energy from black women is because that's the energy you give other black women. That's like a dope fiend telling me I need to put the weed down. Hey, you ruining your life. All you do is smoke. Nigga, you smoke crack. You smoke crack.
A shout out to him, and yeah, I agree. I did a video on that statue that was that, you know what I mean, that 12-foot statue of a black woman that was in New York. If you're not seeing it, do check it out. I'll link it at the end. But yeah, a lot of people were not here for it. They were like, oh, she ugly, da 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 da. I didn't feel offended by that statue. She doesn't look like me, but trust me, she reminds me of someone in my family. Obviously, that is the average black woman. Like, she wasn't big, but she had meat on her. So, you know what I mean? That is the average black woman size. You know what I mean? We're not all going to be stick thin, and we're not all going to be really big. But yeah, a lot of people were vexed about that. And I love that one girl that I got in that video. She was like, that statue is me. Now she was, you know what I mean? She was chatting shit, but it actually looks like her. She's like, you know what I mean? She's like, look at my hair, look at my body, like that is me. And I love how she embraced it, because there are black women out there that look like that. Now again, like he stated, black women can be mean, jump on the internet, da 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 da. Colorism, featurism, texturism, all them things he named there. But like he stated, you ain't Beyonce, you ain't Kelly Rowland, you ain't Sierra, you ain't Lupita Nyong'o, Zendaya. You're not all these people who are quiet and just get on. You know what I mean? Get on with it. Your Kelly Price, R&B divas, you were literally a bully. So you're not going to be a bully. Like he said, you're not going to be a crackhead and then tell me not to smoke weed. It's like, you're a whole crackhead. You're not going to be a bully, then tell people that are bullying you to stop bullying you. It's just like, huh? And I did do a video where a black woman was coming for how Lupita Nyong'o looks, and you know, the African look on black women. So if you've not seen that video, do check it out. But no, I agree with him. Like, if we're gonna call a spade, both sides are wrong. People coming for Kelly Price, and Kelly Price has been wrong. I'm talking about DEIs and people losing their jobs.
Kelly Price took to Instagram basically saying how black women are messy and disrespectful. She went on a rant for a good minute. My only question is, why y'all mad? Now, the DEI thing was a little low. Not a little, a lot. She ain't had to take it that far. But everything else, she told no lies. I'm not saying all black women behave this way, but a good portion of us do. Like, prime example, if I say that somebody deserves better than to stay married to someone who's cheating on them and beating on them, a lot of black women will come from my neck and say that I'm miserable and I ain't got no man. Then we don't even talk about what I said anymore. Then we go on to talk about my hair and I got raccoon eyes. And I just see that one was funny. Black women have a tendency to drag each other for some of the most minuscule things. And it's no secret that Kelly Price has been an overweight woman all her life.
But at the same time, y'all can't tell somebody how to respond. And the fact that y'all are dragging her like this proves her point. I actually saw a video of a girl saying that you have to look a certain way when you're overweight. By whose definition? Because I guarantee you, if Beyonce, J-Lo, or Cardi B had performed in overalls, would nobody question it? Wouldn't nobody give a damn? Y'all are only saying this because she is overweight. So again, why?
Not the raccoon eyes. Now she said that I can't unsee it, but no, I agree. Even me on my channel, me giving my opinion. Soon as someone doesn't like it, oh, she's chatting shit, she don't know what she's talking about, and then they start coming for your parents. How can she be uplifting women who are in toxic, narcissistic relationships? And she's like, get out, he's cheating, he's beating on you, and then you're like, oh, you ain't got no man, you're miserable, you ugly. You know what I mean? Like, how does it go from that to that? So I definitely agree. I see that sometimes, even doing research for different videos. I like to go in the comments and see, what the vibe is. And some of the comments is crazy. Like I saw one yesterday because I'm doing a video with the whole purple dress. Like when it comes out, you'll get it. But it's this woman basically, she's pregnant, very heavily pregnant. She's gone to a wedding in like a very, slit, like the slit is slitting, you know what I mean? You can see breast, you can see her bump. So doing research for that video, you've got people who are like overweight or out of shape, wearing like cut out dresses. And I seen one woman, she was just having fun. She just had a baby and she's dancing. And when I went to her comments, the way people were dragging, and it was a white woman, and I was just like, nah. And then one guy that thought it was going to be funny dragged her, put like a meme in her comments. Then someone clocked him and it's like, is this you? So he's taken the mick out of a woman who's just had a baby and she's got belly still. And he's a very big man himself. It's just like, make it make sense. And this is what I can't stand with the internet. A lot of people that come for me, they've not even got like a picture on their profile. They've not even got a legit name. So I already know you're just a troll. Like, this is all you do. You just wake up in the morning to troll. Even if you did have a picture, I'm not going back and forth with you, because when you do click on them, they've either got like 2 subscribers, no picture, or maybe a picture. Like, you're not on nothing, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I agree. I agree with what she said. Like, you can say one thing and then they literally just come for your parents. Now, what I hate, yeah, when you're speaking of marriages or relationship, and just because you're single, they're like, oh, you just vexed because you can't get a man or you're not married. Like, listen, not everyone wants a man. Not everyone wants to be married. Like, please, can we drop this? A lot of women are married, they're unhappy, or they're in a marriage just to say I'm married. It's like, what? That's not life, you know what I mean? But yeah, she had me with the raccoon eyes, and even she said, she's like, that one was funny. This is what I mean. Sometimes when people are dissing you, you have to laugh. It's like, that's actually, you know what I mean? That's actually a good one. It's actually funny. But no, shout out to her. I agree. Like, how are you gonna tell someone, like, because she's big, you ain't right, like you're not the face of big people. Again, Lizzo, people went in on Lizzo, she dropped all this weight. Now people are like, oh, you're beautiful, listen, big Lizzo, small Lizzo, you could never, and this is what I mean, people always used to come for a weight, but they could never come for that face card. Like, Lizzo is beautiful. Again, Jill Scott, she's gone through it. People have always come for, you can never come for that face. Like, Jill Scott is absolutely beautiful. But no, I agree with her.
So I'm carrying a cup of coffee and you bump into me. Whose fault is it that I spill coffee everywhere? It's my fault that I spill coffee because I had coffee in my cup. I chose to drink coffee that morning. Had I chosen to drink tea, tea would have fallen from my cup. You may have heard this little saying before, or this little story before. Well, that's what's happened with Kelly Price. She got bumped into in her comment section and she spilled coffee everywhere. She spilled hate and vitriol towards black women because that's what she's been consuming. That's what she feels. If it weren't in there, it wouldn't come out. Calling black women DEI hires and all of that kind of stuff in this political climate. And honestly, 95% of her rant was valid. She had a right to defend herself against critics. And sometimes people on the internet are horrible. And I think she had a right to clap back at them. It was the taking it too far and clumping all black women in and calling us DEI hires and saying that we're the worst people ever. Black women are the ones who support you. So I hope that I hope that she comes back and retracts these statements and apologizes and does better, because I would hate to see those concerts not selling out anymore.
Yeah, man, I agree. And it's funny because she's like, she might apologize. Listen, Kelly Price is on her Nene Leaks ish. Like, I said what I said. She's not come out because this all went down probably about a week ago. She hasn't said sorry. She hasn't put out a statement. Sometimes when people say stuff, they put out a statement for their loyal fans. Like, I love my people, like my black women that support. Nope. She's like, I said what I said. She's gone. Like, you know what I mean? But I agree with her. Like, I hope when you're doing your next tours, it's, you know what I mean, looking a bit scanty, you're not selling out like you used to. Like she said, we were all agreeing with you until you mentioned the DEI hires. Like, where did that come from? Everyone has the right to defend themselves, but, when you go off and you take it too far, and it's like, and again, people are dragging up clips from R&B divas, and it's just like, is this you talking about the women, da 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 da, and you're literally out here doing the same thing? So yeah, Kelly, Kelly, Kelly. Again, for me, she's just tired. When someone's just had enough, they're crashing out. She's tired, man. Literally, her whole career, people have always come for her appearance. I can't imagine, you know what I mean, being that big, that famous, and people are just always coming. And again, it's your own people. Like, it hurts. It really does hurt. And I feel like every black girl, they've been there at some point. So for me, I had trouble with a group of black girls in college. So soon as she came out and she was like, and people are like, she told no lies. Because again, I feel like we've all experienced at some point black women coming for us for no reason, just literally just being yourself. Her appearance, she can't help it. Again, she's lost a lot of weight, but she's still, you know what I mean? She's still on the big side, but she can't help how she looks. Like, not everyone's meant to be stick thin, and that's fine.
Kelly Price didn't tell no word of a lie, but I want to know who she mad at. Who she mad at? Y'all who made the bad remarks, or she mad at that half-ass, low-budget ass stylist that she have? Because let me just tell you something. Whether y'all don't like it, I'ma say it. When you are a plus-size woman, you put more emphasis, more pizzazz. You put more motherfucking push to the nush to make sure you look in a certain type of way. And I'm so sorry. As much as y'all don't want to say it, dark-skinned women have to do it. Light skinned women have to do it. Plus size women have to do it. Women with disabilities have to do it. Sometimes we got to put a little more extra, a little more money into us because the way society perceives us. Now, my thing about it is, y'all keep on, every time somebody do a size and a bad shit, y'all come out with this motherfucking PPS commercial rant. Oh, this and that. She didn't tell no words of a lie. But the thing about it is, ain't you that same black woman that been mean and being nasty to people? Practice what you preach. Then you want to put the biblicalness in it. For what reason? When you out over here hooping, hollering, and cussing and fussing. So one cannot judge when they are the judger. I'm just saying and say the truth because I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. Yes, I am a plus size woman. But the reason why I don't feel bad because I know can't no bitch make me feel bad about me being me. And sometimes when people go on these rants, they really going on these rants because of what? Because of what? Because they know what everybody's saying is fucking true. And they don't want to admit it. That's all it is.
Oh, come through. I agree with everything she said. As a dark skinned girl, even though I'm on the slimmer side, we have to be careful what we wear because we're constantly getting judged, you know what I mean? So I agree with her. Light skin, dark skin, just you being a black woman, having a disability, being plus size, like you have to rethink everything. You can't just put on something and go out a door like a white woman. You have to rethink everything. So again, low budget stylist or last minute change, or she couldn't fit into maybe the original outfit. Like, who knows? But the outfit was bad. Like, can we just call a spade a spade? The outfit was bad. If she does have a stylist, they need to be fired like yesterday. If she picked that outfit herself, she needs to hire a stylist and do better. You know what I mean? You say that you're making all this money, hire a new stylist or hire a stylist because that outfit, everything from head to toe, it wasn't it. But shout out to her. She's a plus size, like she said, but can't no person make her feel some type of way. And this is what I mean. That's the same with me again. People can drag me, come for my. You can't make me feel some type of way because I know myself. You know what I mean? people can come off confident, but then they're not really confident, or you know what I mean. Again, Cardi B talking about plus size women and big backs and da 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 da. You know, that whole back and forth. She was joking, but again, I'm not a plus size, so some plus size did feel offended, so I get that. That influencer that tried to check her, she was just like, yeah, go and sit down somewhere. But even with that, you can't get offended by Cardi B because she's had numerous of surgeries. Like, I'm not gonna get offended of a person that looks worse than me, or you've run and had surgery. Like, that don't make like, you don't even love your original self because you ran up and did surgery. So how are you gonna come for me who's not touched themselves? But you know what I mean? You don't like yourself, so you can't make me feel no type of way. So again, people that try and come for me, they've got no profile picture. Like, fam, you don't even rate yourself. You've not even got a picture. You know what I mean? So no, shout out to her, and I agree with everything she said. You know, when she started talking about, oh, pray for me, bringing in the biblical verses, and it's just like, you're literally as bad as these people you're complaining about. But again, there might be some internal hate for herself. I don't know what's going on in Kelly Price's mind, but yeah, we were all with you until you spoke on the DEIs. That's all I can say.
Kelly Price got a lot of nerve to sit up here talking about black women and saying that her fans are a bunch of DEI hires. Lady, do you realize that you are a DEI talent? You are a gospel R&B singer. Those are two niches in the music industry that has nothing to do with anything in the public eye except for black people. What is you talking about DEI hires? Like, the self-hatred that Kelly Price has to be experiencing is bigger than her back. Because how do you feel like black women across the board are calling you all these unsavory things? First and foremost, Kelly Price, if you ever looked at a fan of your music, they built damn near just like you. Alright, so what are you trying to sit up here and say that black women are tearing you down, and then to be calling them fat, disgusting, and slop, all this nasty shit, you projecting that outward. Instagram is not a real place. Those people in your comment section, they might not even be real black women. How are you so far disconnected from your own community that you can sit up here and say some bullshit, coonish shit like that? Like, what is wrong with you? I'm glad. I'm real glad. Because a lot of y'all gospel artists, y'all been coming out as the MAGA maggots y'all really are. Like Maverick City Music, all you niggas with a foul heart and using God's name to push your music forward, that shit gonna come to light eventually. Keep doing what you're doing, Kelly Price. Keep doing it.
Whew, he had time today, cause yo, oh my god, I don't even know where to start. Jeez, yeah, he was just like the coon. But one thing I will agree with, a lot of fans of hers are like the original before she lost weight. Like, she does have a lot of plus size black women who were her supporters. You know when you see yourself, you're like, you're gonna support that, you know what I mean? So I definitely agree with that. Again, your biggest support is black women, so how you gonna come for them? And again, the DEIs saying a lot of these black Christians are Trump supporters, and that anti-black, the white supremacy, like, ooh. For the maddest thing I find is like they say all this stuff about black women, like she's not a black woman, or you know what I mean? Like, doesn't matter. You're still black. Again, can we be our biggest downfall, our biggest haters? Yes, we know this, but I do get why people think like she's moving like an anti-black and a white supremacist. You know what I mean? And again, it's given the okay, the thumbs up for white racists to be like, yeah, yeah, like, you D eyes, yeah, you hires, yeah, you need to do this, you need to do that, and it's just like, but I agree with him. Social media, not just Instagram, social media is not a real place. The people that could be trolling you could be a bot. It could be a person, but you don't know for sure if it's a black person. Again, like that woman stated before, she did go on some people's profile, and because people do that, they like go on your profile and they'll be like, "Is this you?" Like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, he was not here for the foolishness.
As a person in her mid-30s who tried to make new friends this year, Kelly Price is not lying. And I know y'all was calling that lady everything but a child of God because I seen it, and she was defending herself. You can only push people so far. I hate we all got to be grouped together, but we got some work to do.
Yeah, I can agree. I've done like new courses. When I do like new like projects and stuff, obviously you need to make friends, or even starting a new job. back in the day when I was younger, I used to like run to the black people because I'm gonna run to what I know. But now I just run to I go off people's vibes, but I definitely agree. I just feel like with black people, they've like over here in the UK, they're just always vexed, and the voices got this guard up, and it's like, fam, we're both black. So even in my last job, in this whole company, there was only two black people, me and another girl. Guys, did we ever speak? Even though she works in a whole different department. We didn't speak. She spoke to the white people. I spoke to the white. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. So I definitely agree. When you're older, and you're trying to make friends. Even trying to make friends with your own people, your own community, it's not easy. Like again, they just seem to have this guard up, kind of think that they're better than you. They don't want to talk to you. It's just like, listen, I'm not gonna beg you to be my friend or try and talk to me. So again, I go off vibes. So whoever flocks to me, I'm just gonna flock to them back. You know what I mean? But no, I agree. She told no lies, and again, she was defending herself, but she just took it too far. Like, just take out the DEIs, and yeah, we're here. We agree with you.
Kelly, I think 3 people should have either been hired or fired in this situation. 1, your PR, because if I was your PR person and I would have seen that post, first of all, I think your PR person should have had control of your social media, so they could have took that down. I know I would have. Straight up, I would have been like, girl, go home. Second, your friends. My friends. Like, I'm not the best dresser, but I know if my friends was with me at one of my concerts and I came out in what you will to perform in front of thousands of people, my friends would have looked me up and down and been like, girl, let's go get you together real quick. Like, they would have told me. And that's one thing about black women. Like, we are some of the most honest people you'll meet. Like, we do it for the betterment, like for your good. Like, it's some of us that's nasty, right? And it's some of us that's not. What we didn't appreciate is you grouping us all together. Every black person is not the same. We are all different. We all have different attitudes. And then, Kelly, you was like the pot calling the kettle black, because R&B divas, you wasn't the nicest. And even when you were saying what you were saying, it didn't come across as the nicest. Especially a woman who's supposed to be a representation of the kingdom of God. I don't think that was a good look on the kingdom. You are a representation of that, or so you proclaim to be. That wasn't a good look. And if you were going to come at anyone, you don't come at a group of people. And all of y'all is on this app trying to say, oh, she didn't mean, oh, yes, she did. Because if you don't mean that, you don't say that. She said, before she even started with the rant, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. So she meant what she said. So when she started off by saying all black women, my correction, black women is saying all, right? When she started off by saying black women this and black women that, after that, she went further into it to let you know, giving details of the group of black people that she was talking to. She said, you black women, y'all some DEI hires. I seen the video that you wore the atrocious outfit on, and they showed the crowd. Your crowd was 99.9% black. And for you to make a generalized statement about black women who pay your bills and think that your concerts are going to sell out after this, you gotta be kidding me. You put your foot in your mouth and you fumbled your own bag. You really canceled yourself. And I feel like, had you said, hey, Bubblegum Teresa, who got all this to say, yeah, we wouldn't have said nothing. Had you said, LaQuisha, so glad to meet you, 63. You got so much to say about me, let me tell you this. We wouldn't have said nothing. But you said, Black women is this. Black women is this. Now we got a problem. Now I'm saying something. And I'm a DJ. I used to play your songs. This is why I'm disappointed in you, Kelly Price. You see how I'm doing, right, Kelly Price? I'm calling you out by name. You was foul. You was wrong for that. And you ain't got no friends. Somebody need to tell you. And I guess it's going to be me. You was out of pocket for that, sweetheart. You should have took that constructive criticism and up your wardrobe game. When people pay to see you, Kelly Price, people want to come out and see that you've made an effort to look your best. And that is not what you gave. You gave, I just got up. I'm finna run late. Let me go grab some dirty out the hamper and put it on and then get these people. You know, as long as I sound good, I'll be all right. No, it wasn't acceptable. And I know you was upset, but come at them people. Don't come at all black people as a whole. Okay? Get you some therapy. Don't come at us, because we come back. We clap back, Pookie. And I just pray that you got some other skills while you're talking about DEI, because those DEI people probably was the same ones buying your ticket. It's nothing fun to be made about people losing their jobs, whether it be black women or any women. You was out of line.
Shout out to her, and I pretty much agree with everything she said. I love how she spoke on black people and how we are as a people. Like, we're very cutthroat, straight to the point. We don't business, like, we don't really care about your feelings. So, you know, like, people talk about their mental health boundaries. Listen, my parents are Jamaican. Do you think growing up I could tell my parents about Brant? They'd be like, what the fuck is boundaries? You know what I mean? So, like, Jamaicans, they listen. If you're big, if you're skinny, which they call maga, you'll get it. Like, they're not business. So you have to be tough within yourself. You have to know yourself. So I definitely agree with that, with what she spoke on. Again, she mentioned R&B divas. You know what I mean? You can't be a bully in the past, because you could have changed, but then criticizing people what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, you're literally, what is it, calling the kettle black? Like, you've done it, so why can't we? You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, that woman said a lot, but I pretty much agree. You know what I mean? That how like, she talked on the outfit, and shout out to her when she's like, "Where are your friends? Where are your families?" Because you know, when people are touring, you've always got that one bestie or your ride or die with you. When you stepped out from the dressing room, looked in the mirror, looked at the outfit, you know, before you put the mic in your ear, what the fuck are you wearing? Like, she needed someone to tell her straight, what is this? And this is why I'm thinking like it was a last minute decision, change of clothes. You know what I mean? Because just the whole outfit from head to toe was a no. Again, it's given that she can't take criticism. People came for Blue Ivy when she first went on tour with her mum. Oh, she can't dance. Da, da, da. Why is she up there? The girl got training, came back for Cowboy Carter, killed it. So this is what I mean. Yeah, you look bad today. Do another performance and kill it. Have the baddest of the baddest outfit on, not the Gucci belt. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, don't give them all this on the internet. Don't do the internet, you know what I mean, gangster. Come back and kill it. Kill the show, make more money, look good from head to toe. Get you a stylist. Like she said, do some therapy. You know what I mean? If you've got some internal like issues going on, might be a weight still. Go to the gym, get like a really good PT. Like, you can afford, like, your Kelly Price, like, you're up there in it. Like, she's up there with the greats. She can afford it. But yeah, just come off the internet and don't go off. Like, But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've got any recommendations, put it in the comments below. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe and share. Stay safe. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.